Could the tides of justice finally be turning for James Comey? Recent reports suggest that federal prosecutors are preparing to bring an indictment against the former FBI director due to allegations of misleading Congress. As outlined in various news sources, including The Wall Street Journal and The Washington Post, the Justice Department is aiming for this indictment to be filed as soon as Thursday. The allegations against Comey primarily focus on his testimony from 2020 during a congressional committee hearing. This particular inquiry was centered on the now debunked claims that the Trump campaign had colluded with Russia in the lead-up to the 2016 presidential election. It's important to note that the statute of limitations for charges related to this testimony is set to expire this coming Tuesday, which adds urgency to the situation. Recently, Stephen Miller has made headlines by calling on the Department of Justice to hold accountable high-profile figures like Comey, asserting that it's time to confront what he describes as the deep state within the government. He expressed frustration over the apparent inaction against key players who have been accused of misconduct during previous administrations. On social media, former President Donald Trump echoed these sentiments, stressing the need for action against Comey and other officials such as Adam Schiff and Letitia James. In a post on Truth Social, Trump lamented the lack of accountability despite the serious allegations, claiming that the reputation of the United States is at stake. With his trademark urgency, he declared, "Justice must be served now." This call for action reflects a broader sentiment among some supporters who feel that justice has been lacking in cases involving high-profile political figures. But will Comey face actual consequences? MSNBC's Ken Dilanian provided insight into the internal dynamics at play within the Justice Department, noting that there are voices of opposition to the indictment. Reportedly, a prosecutor who was against pursuing charges was recently dismissed, leading to speculation about whether this move will affect the prosecution's direction. The specific charges for which Comey may be indicted remain somewhat ambiguous, but sources indicate that at least one aspect will focus on whether he misled Congress during his testimony on September 30, 2020. Central to this allegation is a potential lie regarding whether he authorized a leak of sensitive information. With the statute of limitations for this accusation looming, the indictment could be forthcoming any day. Adding to the controversy, there was a notable exchange in December 2020 when Senator Ted Cruz pointed out what he characterized as contradictory statements between Comey and former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, with Cruz asserting that one of them must have perjured themselves. Cruz's allegations suggest serious improprieties, raising the stakes for Comey as the situation evolves. As the political landscape heats up with developments surrounding Comey, many are left wondering, is this just an elaborate maneuver to discredit him politically, or is it a legitimate pursuit of justice? How do you view the impending indictment? Do you believe Comey will be held accountable, or do you think these actions are merely part of a partisan strategy? Share your thoughts below.